One of the hardest things about doing movie reviews on YouTube and having a full-time job is staying to a set schedule, but hey, life happens and let's get into it. Welcome back, Midnight Society. It's your boy, the Movie Nerd, here with the movie review for The Invisible Man. So, The Invisible Man 2020 is a remake of the 1930s and 1950s film of The Invisible Man, and it's also a film adaptation, if you didn't know, by a book called The Invisible Man, written by H.G. Wells. The film stars Elisabeth, which you may know from Handmaid's Tale and Mad Men. It also stars Aldis, Hodge, Storm Reed, and Oliver Jackson-Cohen, which is in the movie, but half the time, he's invisible. If you haven't seen the trailers, a brief overview is that Elisabeth plays the girlfriend of a wealthy optic tech, which is Oliver Jackson. She's in an abusive relationship, and she tries to get away, which she does. It seems that he kills himself, but all of a sudden, she thinks that he's still alive, and he's just invisible, and he's haunting her life. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This was a great remake of The Invisible Man. I like how the tension started as soon as the movie began. It's like, as soon as the movie started, you're already like, oh my gosh, like, personally, I thought this film was amazing. As soon as the film starts, it kind of had like this feel like A Quiet Place where she's sneaking out trying to get away from Oliver Jackson. And through that whole time, you're just sitting there like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I should say anything. I don't want to make any noise. And I say it's kind of like A Quiet Place because you're sitting there like, I don't want to make a noise because she's trying not to make a noise. And if I make a noise, maybe it's going to alert somebody in the movie. And the fact that you can get that deep into the film that early is amazing. Before I get to more of the pros and cons of the movie, this movie was directed by Leigh Whannell. You might know him for working with James Wan with Insidious Chapter 2, Saw, and a movie that I still can't watch by myself and I really don't want to watch at all, Dead Silence. Rewind to my It Chapter 2 movie review. I do not like scary movies that use old ladies as a scare tactic because they creep the hell out of me. And on top of that, they had dummies. Ugh. The creeps. But back to the movie, there was this cool technique they would do where the camera would have her in focus or she'd be like the center focal point and then would like pan to the left or to the right where she's kind of offset and then you had this area offset to where you're like, oh man, something's about to happen over there, but you weren't really sure, and then it would like pan back to her. And nothing happened. But it was a good technique to kind of have you on edge, like, is he there? Is he invisible? I don't know if he's there or not. And you never know. I'm pretty sure they even did it in the beginning of the film before he even goes invisible, but you're still thinking like, oh man, is it happening already? Elisabeth undoubtedly did an amazing job playing the main character for this movie. She does real well from going to like this girl who's scared of going outside to, okay, I think I'm good now, I'm happy, he's dead, to I'm going crazy, I need somebody to believe me, to being this heroine figure, and you're like, oh my gosh, this character arc for her, she kills it. I want to say that Oliver Jackson did a great job in this movie, but majority of the time he was invisible, so it was like, you don't really know if he was in the suit when they actually filmed this movie, and he didn't say anything really, so I guess the character of the Invisible Man, like what he did in the movie action-wise, is what makes me think like Oliver Jackson did a good job, but it's really the Invisible Man and whoever was ever in that green CGI suit or whoever did the actual animations of things that were going on. Because what the Invisible Man in this movie did compared to like Kevin Bacon's like D, maybe C tier level. This guy was like genius A tier level thinking, S tier if you're a nerd, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what his character revolved around. They say in the trailer that his genius was getting into people's heads and making them think, you know, what he wanted to think. And that's pretty much what happened in this movie. I can't really say what he did because they're major plot points, but let's just say a lot of things he did was like, oh man, like, I don't think I would have did that if I was invisible. Like me, I'd probably do something stupid like move the remote control from the couch to the kitchen island or turn off your Xbox while you're playing like 2K or Modern Warfare like in the middle of a game. Actually, that's like more insidious than genius. I'd hate if somebody do that to me. But those scenes were major shining moments in the movie and it made it that much more great. I wasn't let down at the end. It wasn't like this big climax to, you know, a major letdown. It was like a big climax and then it happens and you're like, yes! Oh, that feels good. I don't really have anything bad to say about this movie. The only issue I probably had is that there were scenes in the trailer that aren't in the movie at all. Two that actually stuck out for me the most, and it's not really a spoiler. It's just if you're looking forward to it, you just don't look forward to it. One is the scene where she's sitting there and she's like, there's somebody sitting in that chair. The other scene is when you see like the cell phone just floating, taking pictures, and she like wakes up and it drops. Yeah, neither one of those scenes were in the movie, and it kind of made me upset, but then I was just like, I guess I could do without it. Also, at the end of the movie, I was kind of like I kind of want there to be a sequel. Like, this movie's real good, and I don't want a sequel to mess it up, but the way it ends is like, I kind of want to see what's going to happen next. I want this to keep going. So I looked it up, and there is going to be a sequel called The Invisible Woman. I won't go into it because it kind of messes up what happens in the movie. So watch the movie, then look it up. And if you don't plan on watching the movie, then you can still look it up, and that'd be on you, not me. So overall, I think The Invisible Man was a great movie. I'd give it a 4. Definitely worth watching in theaters. So The Invisible Man, let me know what you think if you saw it, if you plan on going to see it, or if you don't plan on going to see it. And as always, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, this is submitted for the approval of the Midnight. That was bad. And as always, this is submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society.